welcome to the Exclusive Podcast. My name is Delight Magnus, aka Dexclisive. Dexclisive is spelled Dexclisive. In case you don't know what it means, it is synonymous to excellent. Alright, so today I'll be sharing with you a little life hack. Yes, it has helped me personally, though I'm still improving with it, but I feel it's important for anyone who wants to improve in their personal life, their relationship, their business, their faith, whatsoever it is. It's important for you, and that is commitment come consistency. Yes, commitment and consistency, they are two different entities, but I believe that they work better together. They're like bread and butter, you get? Alright, so what is commitment? Commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, and organization, a person, faith, belief, whatsoever it is, even oneself. You can see that footballers are committed to their teams. Sometimes commitment could be voluntarily or based on contract. For the footballers, you see that most of them, their commitments are based on contract. Some are voluntarily. You can say Messi has dedicated or committed himself to Barcelona. Commitment is anything or any engagement or obligation that restricts your freedom of action. Let's continue with the football example. Like I'm a footballer now. I play for Real Madrid, and I've been playing for Real Madrid for years. Let's take for example Cristiano Ronaldo. He was once playing for Real Madrid, and all his action. First of all, he played for Man United. He moved to Real Madrid. Now, as he moved to Real Madrid and now he has moved to Juventus. As he has moved to Juventus, he will no longer be talking about Real Madrid. His restriction, if he's posting now, it will not be like before that he used to post about Real Madrid and Spanish football. Now he'll be posting about Juventus and Italian football. So that's the thing. So when we are committed to a cause or committed to a thing, it will restrict some of your actions. In fact, that is why people find it very difficult to commit. Yes, because it's just like in a relationship or in a marriage. You're married to a lady. You're meant to commit to her. You're not to commit to someone else. So committing to her means that it will not be like in the days of your youth that anyone you see you check or you try to befriend this person. You know that you have a wife, so you're restricted in some actions. So commitment naturally, it's meant to restrict you. It's just like you're working for an organization and you see a rivalry organization that they are involved in the same business with you, but they are your rival. If you see a potential customer, you don't start telling your potential customer about your rivalry organization that they are better than you. You will speak well of your own organization, because the more money comes in for your organization, the more money you get. That is, you have to be committed to that organization. Most people mistake contribution for commitment. To explain this to you, let me use a quote by John Mark. John MacArthur said that always remember the distinction between contribution and commitment. Take for in the place of baking an egg, the chicken makes a contribution, but the pig makes a commitment. That's to say, baking an egg. The baking now is the pig. The egg is gotten from the chicken. Baking an egg. That's to say, the pig makes a commitment because the pig gives his all. You have to cut the flesh of the pig in order to get baking. But in egg now, the chicken doesn't have to die. The chicken doesn't have to lay its life. It's not giving its all. Let's take for example the common ones between we Nigerians. I like beans a lot, so I'll tell you about beans and plantain. So now if I want to cook beans porridge, let's say I want to cook beans porridge and I've add plantain inside. That's my own special way of making my beans porridge. But if I can still cook this beans porridge without putting plantain, so now the beans is committed to it, but the plantain is just a contribution. What I'm trying to say is that without the plantain, the beans will still be porridge beans, whether I add the plantain or not. So the plantain is just making a contribution, but the beans is committed to that meal, because without it is not being porridge. Commitment is sticking with something till the time of completion. Sticking with something to the time of completion. That's why when you get married, normally the pastor will say till death do us part. Death doing you part is the time of completion. It's just like the footballers that are in a contract. time of once their contract expires, that is the time of their completion. So when you're committed to a course, you're committed to it till it is the time of completion. It's just like when you start a career. When you start a career, your time of completion is still there actually. Because when you're saying this is my career, you're making it part of you. When you start a business, you're making it part of you. But let's say you're in a contract or in a partnership with someone. Once your contract expires, you'll be committed till that time of your contract expiring. So the two things I've said so far about commitment is that commitment restricts your action, and commitment it expires. Another thing to note is that commitment is I am totally in it. Without me, it will not be the way it is. That's when you're committed to something. When you're committed to something, once you're absent, someone knows that you've left that place. Someone knows that you are no longer there. That's commitment. Commitment is your value is being seen. Your value is being seen. Commitment is making something part of you. If you're committed to your marriage, your wife or your spouse, whoever the person is part of you. If you're committed to your business is part of you. It's just like footballers, they're committed to that thing they're playing. So once you see this person, be like, hey, see Neymar is for PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. You understand that now Neymar has been given that tag of he's committed to PSG, so he's part of it. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's committed to Juventus, he's part of it. Messi, he's committed to Barcelona, he's part of it. So that's just the thing about commitment. Most times people are committed, but they're not committed to the end. The reason why people find it very difficult to commit is that they don't see the end result. But this is where we're talking about volunteering commitment, not contract. If you talk about contract, before you sign a contract, you know what you're going to gain. But in a commitment of volunteering or voluntary commitment, you have to see the end result. It's just like when you're dating somebody, at that point in time, what is attracting you to that person that you're still sticking there? The end result you want in that commitment or in that dating or in that courtship is that you want marriage. You see, so most times you stay with that person because I really want to marry this person, or you say this person is very good for me, this person is going to help me develop myself and all that. You stay with that course of life. You're studying that course because you see that at the end of the day, this course is going to give me money. You're doing that thing because at the end of the day, you're seeing the end result. So one thing that helps us to stay motivated or stay committed to a course is seeing the end result. Don't see the stress you're going through. Yes, it's important to learn from the stress, learn to adjust with all the stress and work with everything, but see the end result. Jim Jones said motivation is what gets you started. Commitment is what keeps you going. What Jim Jones was saying here, or what I understand by this statement by Jim, is that I'm motivated to start. Yes, you've started. What next? You've started. What next? I've been motivated. So you've started. You need to commit. You need to be consistent. You get? That's where I say commitment and consistency, they work hand in hand. So you're motivated. After being motivated, be committed. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy when you get to your destination. Believe me. Someone said there's a difference between interest and commitment. He said that when you're interested in doing something, you do it only when it's convenient. But when you're committed, you do it even when it's not convenient for you. You do it without no excuse. It's just like people that are in marriage. Ask them. It's not every time that the marriage is sweetening their body. Sometimes they fight. Sometimes they feel like, oh my God, it's like I married the wrong person. But because of this commitment, you just have to commit. Okay, sometimes your spouse will make you angry, and immediately your spouse makes you angry and you leave. As you are just there for your own interest. It's just like you're dating the guy, and once the guy gets what he wants from you, he leaves. He was just there because of interest. He wasn't committed to you. He didn't want anything other than what he has gotten. You get? He was just interested in just that single thing. It's just like you're doing a business and you're not part of the business, your partnership. You'll be like, okay, I've gotten the money I want to go out now, but your contract has not expired. That's interest, it's not commitment. With commitment comes consistency. What then is consistency? So To be consistent is acting or doing something in the same way over time, especially so as to be fair or accurate or even better at it. Consistency, you're doing this thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, just so you can be perfect at it. You can be fair, perfect, or even better. When you're committed to something, or when you're consistent, it's just like footballers. Today I'm going to be using football. Just like footballers, it's not just one day that they woke up. Messi and Ronaldo did not just wake up and became the greatest footballer of all time, or became the best football set of footballers. It's this Messi and this Ronaldo that you're envying. They did not just wake up, bam, man, I'm the best footballer. Hey, no, they train. If they tell you the hours they take in training, you won't believe it. They train, even outside training with their team members. They still train as individuals. Why? Because they want to be the best at what they do. Because they want to be the best at what they do. They don't play like that because they want to entertain you. Actually, yes, entertaining you is part of you. You just get your entertainment from them, but they are playing so they will be the best. By the time they want to award Ballon d'Or for the best footballer or whatsoever, they will be happy that their work paid for. They don't award anyhow people. They award people that are consistent. You cannot say that today Messi will play badly. Tomorrow he play good. Next tomorrow he play bad. For 1 week he did not play well. Do you think they'll be putting him in the pitch every time? Yes, they will have their bad days. It's normal for everybody to have their bad days. But if they don't continue to practice and try their best to be consistent in their practice, they won't get to that level that they want to. There's one thing you need to know about consistency. Consistency helps you develop routines and build momentum. By developing routine, like now when you wake up in the morning, you know that you have to take your bath, you have to brush your teeth. It's now part of your life. It's now a routine. It's not a routine. If you check out athletes like Usain Bolt and all that, you check out these athletes, they know that they have to work out to be fit. They know that every morning when they wake up, they have to take a little bit of jogging. I personally love Nancy Isimen. I love her body. I know that, even if I know that my body may not get to that point right now. But Nancy Isimen understands that her body is part of her product. Body is part of her product. If you watch the film and you admire her because of her skin and all that, and her body, her shape, her figure and all that, but that her figure that she has is no culture. She was consistent. I follow her up on Instagram, and you notice that every morning she goes jogging, every morning she does her workout, and it's a routine. It's not part of her that she knows that she has to do her morning workout. And it also consistency also help you build momentum. And just that when you're sitting for an exam or so, you're sitting for an exam. Where is it for this exam? You know you've read. You know that you have read and you've digested this lecturer's notes. You've digested your textbook. Momentum. You have faith in yourself. Momentum to write that exam. You believe in yourself 100%. It's just like a believer that is constantly praying, constantly reading the word of God. Your faith doesn't waver. You have momentum. You believe that whatsoever it is, because of the knowledge you have the scriptural backup to whatever situation you're facing, and you believe that bam, God did for me. You believe that bam, God is here with me. God will answer me because I have read His word. I know the particular word to give to Him, and He'll give me what I want. If you're persistent, you will get it. But if you're consistent, you will keep it. If you're persistent, you will get it. But if you're consistent, you keep it. Let me explain that statement. What I mean by persistency, it's almost the same thing when I was talking about comparing motivation and commitment. I'm comparing persistency and consistency. If you're persistent, you will get it. If you're persistent, you get it. But if you're committed, you keep it. Let's say footballers now, it's Messi and Ronaldo, everybody knows. Let's use Ronaldo in this example. Ronaldo wanted to play for Real Madrid. He always wanted to play for Real Madrid. At that time when he was with Manchester United, he showed himself. He was persistent. He was always training, and he got into Real Madrid. Let's say now that he has gotten to play for Real Madrid, he just say, "I'm not a Real Madrid player. Let me relax. I'm not a Real Madrid player. Let me relax." No, he did not say that. He consistently played his best game in Real Madrid, and that was why they kept on putting him on the pitch to play. He kept on playing till he got promoted and got an increase in his income and moved to Juventus. So you see there, it's not just to bam, I've made it. You have money. You need to keep that flow of income coming. That is why you have to be consistent. It's not bam, I've made it. I'm not married. You need to keep that marriage. It's not to get married, it's to keep the marriage. So you have to be consistent. It's not bam, I'm better than my peers. You're better than your peers, or you won an award. You need to be consistent so you stay relevant. That is consistency. Then there's one thing I noticed about being consistent. If you're constantly doing something, you become better at it. Yes. If you're constantly writing, you become better at it. Let's say before, you used to write three articles in a day. Then you were just learning how to write. You used to write 3 articles in a day. So now, you constantly kept on writing. Before you know, some days you can write 5 in a day. You get? You continue. Some days you can write 6 to 7 in a day. That's it. Consistency always makes you better. Consistency gives you the edge. Consistency can exist without commitment, but commitment cannot exist without consistency. Why do I say so? Let's say, for example, I work for a company. And this company, they pay me per article I write. So as I was saying before, I'm constantly writing 3 per day. I'm writing 3 per day. I'm consistent. I'm always giving them what they want. If you're consistent, constantly doing it, you always give them what they want, and you earn 3 naira per day or $3 per day, whatsoever income or whatsoever currency. But if I've committed to that company, like I'm committed to that company. When I'm committed to that company, I will not wait for them to tell me write 3 articles. Before they say write 3 articles, I've written the 3. So once they ask for it, I've given it to them. So I receive my pay earlier than someone that is consistent because I am committed. I believe that it is part of me. When you're committed, you believe that something is part of you. When you're consistent, you're just doing it for what you will gain. So I really hope that you be committed so you can be consistent. If you believe that this thing you're doing presently, you just need to be consistent till you make it, that's fine. But when you're committed, you actually work better. I can tell you for a fact that when I decide to be committed to something, I do my best. I do it better than when I'm just being okay. Let them know me for my consistency, or let them know me for my consistency, or let them know me to be hardworking and all that. I believe the exclusive have helped you in your personal development, your faith, your lifestyle. Thank you for listening to me. I remain Delight Magnus, aka The Exclusive, and this is the Exclusive podcast. To see more of The Exclusive, that's myself, you can check me out on Instagram, that's at The Exclusive, Dexclisive. I also have a Facebook page, The Exclusive. We have a YouTube channel, The Exclusive TV, that is Dexclisive TV. Thank you very much for listening to The Exclusive podcast. Bye.